Your biological father.
At the beginning, I did want it, and he kept saying, my mom's about to move to Phoenix. I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting for her to move to Phoenix. I'm waiting.
Things turn tense incredibly fast in paternity court as the judge welcomes everyone inside. Jerome stands ready nearby, and right away we learn that a 28-year-old family secret has just violently blown wide open. Miss Lawrence believes she knew exactly who her father was.
You claim that 6 months ago, your mother, the defendant, shared a secret she'd kept from you your entire life.
Until her mom, Miss Simmons, confessed to telling an old flame she ran into on a bus that he might be her real dad. And here's the kicker. That very man, Mr. Rudolph Rockmore, is literally waiting just outside the courtroom doors right now.
After 28 years believing one man was your biological father,
Miss Lawrence begins explaining the exact moment that changed absolutely everything for her. Her mom called her completely out of nowhere, crying hysterically into the phone. At first, she genuinely feared that someone had died, but then Miss Simmons suddenly blurts out that she met a man on the bus who could actually be her father. The raw look on Mrs. Lawrence's face says it all instantly. Betrayal, disbelief, and heartbreak all swirled together into one expression. Judge Lauren presses her gently, and her shaking voice confirms it. Drama overload already.
you have petitioned the court for a paternity test to find out if the man waiting outside of our courtroom today is indeed your biological father. Now, Ms. Simmons.
She says she feels completely and utterly betrayed by the whole thing. The two of them were genuinely best friends, yet this was a secret her own mom kept hidden for nearly 3 full decades. When Judge Lauren turns her attention to Miss Simmons, things somehow get even wilder.
Please tell the court how your mother revealed her 28-year secret to you.
Miss Simmons explains how she recognized Rudolph Rockmore on the bus, asked if it was really him, and when he confirmed it, she hit him with a classic line. He even missed his own bus stop entirely because they were catching up so intensely together.
First off, I just want to say that I am definitely emotionally frustrated with her.
When Miss Simmons admits that she actually told him this, Judge Lauren jumps right in. So what exactly was his reaction to that bombshell? She says Rudolph asked what made her think such a thing in the first place. She told him plainly that her daughter simply didn't resemble the man she'd always called Dad.
We're like the best of friends. She could have definitely told me a long time ago.
Mom, let me hear from you.
Miss Lawrence can't take a single second more of it. She interrupts, demanding to know why on earth her mom kept it secret. The emotions are clearly boiling right over the edge now.
What happened?
I ran into Rudy on the bus one day on the way from school.
Then comes the much deeper confession everyone was waiting for. Miss Simmons reveals that when she got back together with her daughter's supposed dad, she discovered she was already 3 months pregnant and honestly wasn't sure who the father even was. Miss Lawrence takes a slow breath and describes just how close she's always been with the man she believed raised her. Money in her pocket, flyest outfits around. I'm an 80s baby, she says with real pride. It's both sweet and deeply sad all at once.
How did it get to that part of the conversation?
In the conversation with Rudolph, I told him it's a possibility that I may have your child.
Miss Lawrence opens up further about how her dad's absence during his time in prison deeply shaped who she became. Her own child's father gradually became that steady, consistent male figure in her life, even joking that she should just call him Dad instead. When Judge Lauren asks Miss Simmons how it feels to hear all of this, she completely breaks down. It hurts, she says quietly, because she never once wanted to cause any pain. She truly thought she was protecting her daughter, but this secret caused far more hurt than imagined.
I think her initially telling me from the beginning would have made it more, you know what I mean?
So you knew,
Miss
Simmons, this man really may not be her father.
Judge Lauren points out something striking, that if Miss Simmons hadn't randomly run into Rudolph that day, this enormous secret probably would have followed her straight to the grave. Miss Lawrence nods in agreement, saying her mom literally admitted exactly that to her.
Trying to be fly as well.
Yeah,
so you had a good relationship.
Me and my dad had a very, we still do to this day.
And just like that, everything suddenly started moving at lightning speed. One day her mom tells her, the very next she's sending over photos of Rudolph, claiming this might be your dad. Then Rudolph's whole family starts claiming her as one of their own. She's a Rockmore now.
We have a really, really good relationship, and definitely, because he had kind of like that thug lifestyle.
Judge Lauren asks Miss Simmons whether she truly grasps what this 28-year secret has actually done to her daughter. Miss Simmons quietly admits that she herself grew up not knowing her own biological father either. And wow, that one hits hard. It's history painfully repeating itself right there in real time. But now Now, Judge Lauren declares firmly it's finally time to face the real truth head-on. She calls for Jerome to bring in Mr. Rudolph Rockmore, and the entire courtroom collectively holds its breath in suspense.
Right.
Now, Ms. Simmons, how does it make you feel to hear your daughter say this?
It hurts. It hurts a lot. I never really knew that she felt like that.
Rudolph walks in calm but visibly nervous, and the whole energy of the room shifts instantly the moment he appears. Judge Lauren asks him directly whether he thinks this could genuinely be true. Rudolph says yes, he truly does, claiming he can clearly see a real resemblance right there in her eyes.
With all of this happening, everything was happening so fast. One day she'd tell me about him. The next day she's sending the man pictures. I don't know this man.
Miss Lawrence admits she feels nervous butterflies, but absolutely no real connection at all, insisting she still feels she looks far more like Mr. Lawrence, the man who actually raised her. Honestly, gut-wrenching to watch unfold.
I've never heard him. I never heard about him, Rudolph.
Then Rudolph shares his own side of the now infamous bus story. He says he first noticed Miss Simmons simply because, in his words, she was looking good that day. Like and subscribe for part 2. Judge Lauren cracks a quick, knowing little joke, and even Rudolph himself laughs along. They exchanged numbers, slowly reconnected, and when she finally told him about a 28-year-old daughter, he says he was completely stunned. That's a whole lot of precious time lost, he admits softly. You can practically hear hearts quietly breaking in that heavy silence.
I mean, you know what? I also didn't have a relationship with my biological father. And for 11 years, I never knew this man. I had never seen this man.
Miss Lawrence jumps in, pointedly asking him why he even wants to know the truth at this late stage. Rudolph answers her honestly and plainly, because he thinks it's genuinely important to know exactly who his children are. Miss Lawrence fires right back at him, saying, "You can't push me on the swing anymore." That single line lands like a heavy punch to the gut. 28 years of missed birthdays and father-daughter moments, all packed into one sentence. He agrees he can't replace her dad, but wants to know her.
You have never met this man.
Not a day in my life.
I think the time is now. I know I want to meet him. Do you? To the answers that you're seeking. I'll do it with you. How about that?
Judge Lauren then asks Miss Lawrence what she actually wants if he does turn out to be her biological father. She's understandably cautious about it all. She says maybe, over time, the two of them could slowly get to know each other, but definitely not right away.
Could be a real possibility.
Yeah, I could see some resemblance by the eyes.
Ms. Lawrence.
And if he isn't her father after all, she'll simply feel relieved and quietly move on with her life. There's so much raw honesty packed into that careful answer. You can tell she's desperately trying to protect her own peace.
How do you feel right now?
I have butterflies in my stomach. I really do. I don't feel like there's any
Miss Simmons takes the floor once more to offer another apology. She says she never, ever meant to hurt her own daughter in any way. She was only trying to protect the life that they had already built together. But Miss Lawrence's tired expression clearly says she's heard all of this many times before. Judge Lauren points out that Rudolph's genuine humility, openly acknowledging he could never replace her dad while still wanting to be present, is truly commendable. Finally, at long last, it's time. Jerome brings forward the envelope.
I was looking, I was saying to myself, well, she got some beautiful lips. And
Not knowing you'd already been there, done that.
Judge Lauren opens the sealed results slowly, always a true master of building suspense. In the case of Lawrence versus Simmons concerning 29-year-old Miss Lawrence, she begins and the entire courtroom completely freezes in place.
And then she told me she was 28 years old, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a long time. You know, that's a lot of time lost out of a kid's life.
Every eye locks onto her lips as she prepares to read the verdict aloud. Mr. Rudolph Rockmore, you truly need to hear this one. The weight of nearly 3 decades of buried secrets hangs heavily in the silent air. This single sheet of paper is about to redefine an entire family forever.
I mean, when we separated,
the truth finally lands in that hushed, breathless room. Judge Lauren nods slowly, gently reminding everyone present that the truth, even when it's deeply painful, opens doors rather than closing them shut. You can see it clearly playing out right there in Miss Lawrence's glistening eyes. She's quietly processing both raw pain and newfound clarity at the very same time. Whatever those papers ultimately revealed, one thing is certain. After 28 long years of silence, this family can finally stop running from the truth at last.
When it comes 29-year-old Shatika, Mr. Rockmore, you are her father.
You simply don't walk into paternity court carrying heartbreak like Missy's Angela Monroe's and leave without real answers. She's terminally ill and desperately needs to know if little Liana is truly her granddaughter after her son Herbert tragically passed away. Judge Lauren carefully sets the entire stage, and you can practically feel the whole room hold its breath. The stakes here are absolutely enormous. The emotions are already cranked all the way up to a 10. Okay, let's roll right into this one.
My name is Angela Monroe. My son Herbert died on January 27th, 2015. After my son passed, a young lady named Shanika Reed.
Miss Monroe recounts the gut-wrenching moment right after the funeral when Shikika Red suddenly showed up with a bombshell. She announced she was pregnant, roughly 5 months along at that point. The heavy pause, the raw shock of it all.
I found out after my son passed. After his funeral, she came by the house and she said, I have something to tell you.
Just look closely at Miss Monroe's stunned face. She's clearly rattled, but somehow staying steady. She'd always believed her son told her most important things, but somehow never this. Cue that slow building tension that only this particular courtroom can ever truly deliver.
And she said, well, I'm pregnant. And I really didn't know what to say at first.
Miss Red then takes everyone back to the beginning. Just 1 week after Herbert was laid to rest, her family urged her to finally tell Mrs. Monroe about the pregnancy. She says she did it purely out of genuine respect for a grieving mother's heart. Meanwhile, Miss Monroe quietly notes that Herbert never once mentioned any baby with Shakika, though he had openly told her about another pregnancy happening somewhere else entirely.
So I gave her a call. I told her that I was pregnant by her son, and I told her that I was almost 5 months pregnant.
Talk about a genuinely messy and complicated situation already brewing right from the very start.
So, Miss Monroe, you were very close to your son.
Now the whole relationship story gets even more complicated and tangled. Miss Reed claims that Herbert wanted her specifically as his life companion and that she was all set to move into his place. Miss Monroe quickly jumps in to clarify that it was actually her and Herbert's shared apartment, with both their names listed right there on the lease. Oop! And just like that, the lease itself became Exhibit A for the rising tension. You could honestly cut the thick air in that room with a knife.
Had you met Miss Monroe? Did you meet his mother?
Yes, I did meet her.
And he introduced you as his girlfriend, or?
No, friend.
Things turn rocky extremely quickly between the two women. Miss Monroe fires back sharply, declaring that nobody can take her son from her, only God took her son. That single line lands like a heavy hammer blow. The sleepovers, the money, the question of who was even allowed to stay where. Every tiny detail suddenly turns into a live grenade. Just look at those pointed side eyes flying. The whole debate over that apartment is rapidly turning into a full-on emotional turf war between them.
Nobody can take my son. God took my son from me, so you can never do that.
If your son was, God would have still let your son live. I would have been then in that apartment with your son or staying somewhere else.
Then we hit the money and benefits minefield head on. Miss Red says her own parents have been helping out with little Ayana this whole time. Miss Monroe, however, firmly insists there will be no more help coming until a proper DNA test happens. When the benefits come up, things instantly get spicy. Who knew exactly what? Who actually said what to whom? Judge Lauren has to jump right in and call for order because this is officially full-blown drama overload now.
Collect benefits.
Yes, you did. Anybody know that somebody's deceased, you could collect.
Look how young he was.
No.
She didn't want that.
Miss Red carefully explains that she moved in only briefly to help Miss Monroe with all the difficult hospital runs, all while juggling a full-time job and her 2 other children. Miss Monroe, though, firmly disputes that entire timeline. It's 1 month according to one of them versus 2 or even 3 months according to the other. Even the smallest details simply refuse to line up between these 2 women, and every single discrepancy only deepens the growing mistrust hanging heavy in that courtroom air.
Ooh, take me so long to quiet you all down, I forgot what I was gonna ask.
This is what
hold on. Miss Monroe, at first, did you accept the baby?
For just a brief fleeting moment, Miss Monroe genuinely softens her hardened stance. She admits she actually accepted the baby fully during those first 4 months. But then, she says, the relationship between them slowly soured and curdled. How you choose to treat me is exactly how I'll treat you back, Miss Reed responds plainly. You can clearly see both women are deeply wounded here. Grief, stress, and pride all violently colliding right in the dead center of the courtroom. Honestly, heartbreaking stuff.
Going through the 4th month. It was the last time I seen this baby, the 4th month. Then I get a phone call. It went from, well, if you don't have nothing for her, you're gonna pay for the DNA.
Judge Lauren studies the whole situation closely and asks the essential question: how exactly did the two of you first meet? We learned that Miss Red met Herbert on May 15th of 2015. And remember, throughout all of this, the father himself is now deceased. That single fact makes finding real answers feel even more urgent and pressing. I mean, you can genuinely feel Judge Lauren's deep compassion radiating here. She sincerely wants this innocent child to know her real family.
All right, ladies, we made it this far. All I'm trying to do is understand how we got to this place. Because I will say one thing, I know your son, if this is his baby.
Miss Red says she fully kept her word and came back to continue supporting Miss Monroe through everything. But the swirling emotions surrounding her relationship with Herbert kept endlessly complicating every single thing. Like and subscribe for part 2. Old, painful wounds just kept reopening over and over again. Watch Miss Monroe's face carefully the moment that relationship label gets used out loud. There's clearly so much left unsaid hiding behind that single heavy, guarded look on her face right there.
That this child's father is deceased. So let's stop popping off and yelling and screaming. Let's just get down to what we have to get down to understand. So, Miss Monroe, I want to understand from you.
Then even more context drops into the room. The living arrangements, the question of who was supposed to be where, and even talk of another whole life waiting in Atlanta, hovering over the past. Miss Red insists firmly that she came to Herbert honestly and with pure intention. Miss Monroe, however, keeps pushing back hard with the cold realities of leases and grown-up responsibilities. It's essentially practical logistics crashing directly into deep, lingering, unresolved grief between the two of them.
We was doing stuff, we was just having a good time. And it was me and him. I didn't have to worry about no issues, no drama or nothing. I started staying the night over there.
Now, the whole who should have lived there debate suddenly gets a fresh twist. Apparently, a girl all the way from California was supposedly the actual intended occupant, not Miss Red at all. Miss Reed responds to this with calm confidence, but Miss Monroe remains completely unwavering in her stance. The subtext beneath it all is incredibly loud and clear. Respect, personal boundaries, and profound loss all knotted tightly together. Every exchange between them carries the weight of so much more than just words alone.
So, Miss Reed, would you say that you and Mr. Monroe were in love? Were you all planning to spend the rest of your lives together?
Judge Lauren then tries gently to steer all this raw energy towards some healing instead. If the results do end up confirming family, could they possibly build a real relationship for little Liana's sake? Miss Monroe's answer is cautious but deeply honest. She genuinely wants whatever turns out to be right for the child above all. This is the exact moment where a little hope finally peeks through the heavy storm clouds. I mean, just look at that reaction. Guarded, yes, but undeniably hopeful too.
Yes, when at the beginning I did want it, and he kept saying, my mom's about to move to Phoenix. I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting for her to move to Phoenix. I'm waiting.
Cue the dramatic drum roll. Judge Lauren finally says aloud exactly what everyone in the room is already thinking. Are you truly ready to find out the real truth now? These results will determine whether there's any viable relationship moving forward from here.
Things turn around in a moment where you all had begun to discover commonalities in terms of your understanding.
Everyone leans in close, breath fully held, shoulders pulled tight with tension. This is it, the climactic moment, the very answer Miss Monroe has prayed so hard for, and the desperate clarity that Miss Red genuinely needs.
Of, your relationships with your son. So we're making a little bit of progress. I want to know from Miss Reed.
Here we go. This is the moment. The envelope finally opens in Judge Lauren's hand. She reads the DNA results aloud, determining once and for all if the late Herbert Monroe is the biological father. Instantly, the faces all around the room tell the entire story. Shock, relief, the great dam of held emotion finally breaking loose.
The percentage of relatedness between Miss Angela Monroe and Iana Monroe.
Whatever that single paper ultimately says, you can physically feel the life-changing weight settling over the room. Heartbreaking and deeply healing, somehow all in the very same breath.
Is 99.98%.
On such and such's grave that nothing happened.
Now, just imagine the sheer shock of it all. Ms. Hendrick discovers she's pregnant right in the very
question you didn't know what happened.
But I'm a very honest person, and I did call and tell him immediately.
Genuine medical mystery worthy of its own gripping detective novel. And you'd better believe it's somehow more tangled and knotted up than last year's hopelessly snarled
Have this problem.
And so you're wondering if potentially
this whole family forever.
Court, Mr. Hendricks, you are the father.
I told you.
The courtroom kicks off with a firm call for order in the House as the judge invites everyone to see the entire agenda for the day, opening up with the case of Allen versus Tolliver. Jerome, always sharp and right on point as usual, perfect courtroom drama.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Allen versus Tolliver.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Absolutely packed with twists and turns. So go ahead and get yourself ready right now because this is truly only the very beginning of it all. Please, everyone, be seated.
Ms. Allen, you claim the defendant got you pregnant and now refuses to do anything for your 2-year-old daughter.
Things heat up extremely quickly as Ms. Allen drops a major bombshell across the entire room. She accuses Mr. Tolliver of completely neglecting their young daughter Nola, which she claims has led directly to severe financial and crushing emotional distress for her. She's absolutely not holding a single thing back.
Today's DNA test for you
Here today. She lays out her entire case with all the heavy gravity of a final season episode of your favorite legal drama series. So watch closely now as Mr. Tolliver immediately starts trying to dodge and weave around all these fiery accusations being hurled his way.
You and your girl, your
The
claim.
plot thickens fast as Mr. Tolliver and his girlfriend choose to stand completely firm together side by side. The two of them are 100% convinced that he simply isn't the father of little Nola at all, no doubt in their mind. And they boldly claim they
An honor.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Has he paid any child support at all?
No, Your Honor.
Been involved in her life?
No, Your Honor.
Come to visit her?
No, Your Honor.
I have several reasons.
As the court dives deeper into all of it, Mr. Tolliver explains his repeated attempts to finally sort out the reasoning is coming up next, and trust me, it ends up being a real doozy.
No, I haven't not been avoiding the test.
Why haven't you taken it if he's volunteering?
He's the reason why. I honestly do not want to go take a test by myself with...
Amid all the heated legal jousting, Miss Allen finally steps up to share her own side of the whole story. She carefully explains her deep other, and believe me, it ends up being even more twisted and knotted than a soft pretzel.
Any time getting to know the
No, it's
child.
not that. I mean, she's told me that, over the text messages and phone calls that
The drama escalates even higher as the two of them rehash their notoriously rocky relationship and the bitter paternity dispute that followed it. It's a classic, he said. She said showdown playing out live with one innocent child flying back and forth relentlessly. And honestly, neither side seems even remotely willing to back down an inch from their position.
That he did not have to be in the delivery room, that you could be in there. Yes, I
So
did.
wait a minute now, Miss, you admit that you had moved on and started dating this gentleman.
Then a truly crucial moment quietly unfolds during all the chaos. Miss Allen admits that she once told Mr. Tolliver her current boyfriend would be the one raising little Nola going forward. That single statement apparently sparked a major lasting misunderstanding about who the real daddy actually was supposed to be.
that she was seeing at the time with Novella, as in claiming as his daughter.
My girl's already learning.
This unexpected revelation throws yet another heavy wrench straight into an already deeply complicated narrative.
Laugh out loud. Do you believe that this gentleman is potentially Novella's biological father?
So strap yourself in nice and snug because the surprising twists in this case just keep right on coming, one after another after another.
Or do you feel like this is just someone she's using to get back at you?
Miss Allen insists firmly that she has genuinely tried time and again to get Mr. Tolliver actively involved in young Nola's life. She says this despite all of his repeated refusals and his supposedly busy, packed
You consistently
Yes,
press
I do.
and try to establish a relationship between Mr. Tolliver and Novella?
Yes, I have constantly tried to get a hold of him.
schedule. She's laying absolutely everything out there on the table, working hard to paint a clear picture of a completely one-sided parenting effort on her part. So what exactly will the judge ultimately make of all this conflicting testimony? Stay tuned closely because we are now heading straight toward a truly pivotal turning point in the case.
I've even asked if he wanted to come see her, and it's always he's too busy.
Well,
You
I
don't have a way.
I don't have a driver's license. I can't just up and drive to Pelham, Georgia.
The judge then zeroes right in on the severe allergies that little Nola suffers from, and this adds a whole new layer of real urgency to confirming the paternity. Like and subscribe.
That Novella has severe allergies.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why you desperately want to find Mr. Tolliver.
For part 2, because suddenly this isn't merely about courtroom drama and wounded pride anymore at all. This is genuinely about a little girl's actual health and her entire future ahead of her. The whole courtroom collectively holds its breath in tense silence as the long-awaited DNA results are finally about to drop at last.
Identified as her biological father. You need help.
She has allergy problems. I'm constantly going back and forth to the doctors with her. She's allergic to just about anything you can be allergic to. Pine trees, oak tree.
With the entire courtroom now perched right on the very edge of their seats, the DNA test results are at last fully ready to be revealed. This is the long-awaited moment of truth that absolutely everyone has been waiting for this whole time.
Do you believe that when she says it, or do you think
No,
she's
because
just...
I've been going through this for 2 years. For 2 years, every couple months.
I
Every
really
time she gets in a
don't. I don't.
Will Mr. Tulliver finally choose to step up like a man, or will he turn and step right out the door instead? There's no more dodging, no more receipts, and no more delays left now. So get ready, folks, because things are truly about to get real in here. Drum roll, please, everybody.
I want you in my life. I want you in
And
my
Ms.
daughter's
Bowl,
life.
you're in a relationship with Mr. Tolliver?
Yes, I am.
And how do you deal with all this?
I mean, if it's not his daughter, so that's fine.
The official results confirm that Mr. Tulliver is indeed little Nola's biological father after everything. The whole courtroom instantly erupts into a swirling mix of applause and audible sighs of pure relief. This sudden bombshell has absolutely everyone in the room reeling from the impact of it. And now, at long last, the real work finally begins for this family. So watch closely as they all start to navigate the brand new road that stretches out ahead of them now.
Determined by this court. Mr. Tolliver, you are her father.
Okay.
The episode kicks off with some seriously heavy courtroom vibes right from the start. The court is officially called to order, and all the key players in today's drama are introduced. This is the case of Hoyer versus Porter, Horn, and Gentry. So go ahead and grab your popcorn now, because this is honestly just the very beginning of the courtroom drama about to unfold. The tension is already crackling in the air before anyone has even fully settled in.
Hoyer versus Porter, Horn, and Gentry.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Hoyer, after 14 years of being in foster care, you desperately searched.
Mr. Hoyer sets the whole stage with a genuinely heartbreaking backstory. He talks openly about his rough journey growing up inside the foster care system. He also shares the bittersweet ending to his long search for his real father.
Father, Mr. James Horn, was tragically killed. To make matters worse, you claim his family rejected you.
Who tragically turned out to be already deceased. So strap yourself in tight, because this emotional roller coaster is only just beginning to climb that very first big hill. And trust me, there are plenty of steep drops still waiting up ahead for everyone.
And so you're here today to prove to them that you are indeed his son and finally have a family.
Miss Porter and her mother, Miss Horn, are up next, and they're absolutely not buying a single thing Mr. Hoyer is selling. The two of them staunchly believe that Mr. Hoyer simply isn't part of their family at all.
Horn, who's joining us from her hometown, are adamant that Mr. Hoyer is not biologically part of your family.
Their belief rests entirely on Mr. Horn's firm insistence that he never had any children whatsoever. And just like that, the plot thickens considerably. So stay tuned closely, because this swirling family drama is about to get cranked up several notches higher very soon.
You claim that before Mr. Horn passed away, he clearly stated that he had no children.
Here comes Miss Gentry now, who is Mr. Hoyer's mother, hoping to mend old fences and finally uncover some real truth today. The twist, though, is that even she isn't entirely certain who the actual father really is.
You are Mr. Hoyer's mother. You say you're hoping to build a better relationship with him today by truthfully answering the court's.
It's a genuinely messy and tangled situation all around. Everyone sitting in that courtroom is now perched right on the very edge of their seats. So get ready, folks, because things in here are about to get incredibly juicy and dramatic in just a moment.
Questions in an effort to determine the truth. You admit you are unsure who father.
Mr. Hoyer then recounts the exact pivotal moment he first discovered that Mr. James Horn just might be his real dad. Now imagine finding out such enormous, life-changing news on your own birthday of all day. Talk about an unforgettable birthday surprise.
Me right there in my tracks, I was like, wait, you know my father? He was like, yeah, your father is James Horn.
And this was the first person that had looked at you and said you look just like him.
That's right, but wait, because there's even more to this story still coming. Let's take a closer look at how his very first encounter with his potential uncle actually went down. That meeting stopped him cold right in his tracks.
Yes, Your Honor, and I actually have a photo here.
Jerome, may I see that, please? So this is a photo of the man you were told is your father.
Drama truly ensues as Mr. Hoyer meets his supposed uncle face to face for the very first time. There's talk floating around the room about noticeable similarities in their hand, but there's also plenty of open skepticism.
Brother lives next door, my alleged father's brother.
coming from others present in the courtroom too. So fasten your seatbelts nice and tight because we're diving even deeper into this whole twisted family mystery now. His older brother apparently lives right next door, and he went over to ask the alleged uncle directly about everything.
And he went over and asked my alleged uncle about the name, James Horn, and he was like, yes, that's my brother. My adopted brother came and got me, took me over to...
Then long-buried secrets come spilling right out into the open. Miss Gentry steps up to explain her hidden, secret relationship with Mr. Horn from years ago. She reveals it was deliberately kept under wraps the entire time due to the ugly racial prejudices of that era. Well, the secret is finally out now, and the whole courtroom is absolutely buzzing about it. So hold on tight, because the explosive reaction to this stunning revelation is waiting just around the corner now.
Secret. I didn't even know I was really pregnant until I was 6 months. But like I have told my son, there is another man before this man.
Now, the gloves come flying off completely as Miss Gentry and Miss Porter violently clash over old past accusation. They go head to head over the legitimacy of Mr. Hoyer's entire paternity claim.
Had your son, was Mr. Horn there? Was he involved with your son?
Yes, I've seen my son one time.
The tension hanging in that room grows thick enough to cut clean through with a knife. Voices rise, fingers point, and neither woman seems willing to give an inch. So you genuinely will not want to miss a single second of whatever happens next in this heated showdown.
I left out of the relationship because I had all this controversy with my family.
Well, because when he was born, the secret was out at that point, right?
When you thought this whole thing couldn't possibly get any more heated, the raw emotions completely boil right over the edge. The entire family begins confronting each other directly, with sharp accusations flying wildly left and right across the room.
Your father is dead. That's all I said, and I left it at that.
He went to the store to get him some milk and some Pampers, and he got killed. That was a lie, too.
Take a lie detector test.
After 23 years, we don't know nothing about this young man.
It's pure, unfiltered chaos erupting on every side now. So stay tuned closely, because the long-awaited DNA results are coming up very soon. And believe me, those results are absolutely going to drop a massive bombshell on everyone present.
A whole lot you need to take.
The way you treated me, you think I'm going to come back to
but it's getting off my chest.
And my baby, you threw us out of the house? Oh, where are you coming back to that?
The court then takes a much closer look at old childhood photos of both Mr. Hoyer and Mr. Horn side by side. Everyone hunts carefully for any trace of a genuine family resemblance between them. Some people in the room clearly see it, while others honestly don't see it at all.
Picture of Mr. Horn. You see a resemblance?
Not really. Not in that one.
Do you see yourself at all?
Like and subscribe for part 2. Either way, we're inching steadily closer and closer to the real truth now. So don't you dare go anywhere, because these DNA results are about to flip absolutely everything upside down.
I can see myself in the smile.
And then the second set of photos are these photos.
It's finally the long-awaited moment of pure truth, and the results are officially in at last. After all the foster care heartbreak, the buried secrets, the racial prejudice, and the explosive family clashes, it all comes crashing down to this.
DNA test results have determined that Mr. Horn...
Every accusation and every flicker of fragile hope has led directly to this single envelope. The entire courtroom holds its breath together as one. And the answer Mr. Hoyer has searched his whole life for is now just one heartbeat away.
Is not likely your biological father.